My
voice.
my deep British voice, I will.
Your deep narration voice.
And we will bully you for it.
This is the realm of Ayatha, a world of magic, masks, and gods that walk amongst mortals. 7 lands scatter the world, each a constructed domain of its respective deity. The most northern of these lands is Iria, a nigh barren wasteland of ice, snow, and rare beasts. Traversing inland from the southern coast of Iria, travelers must weave between the dangers of the colossal Weyar's and packs of Titan direwolves. Those that best the land are welcomed inside the towering white walls of Yehu and into a blossoming kingdom, bustling with magic and miracles. Cobblestone streets are lined with bartering merchants and sleepless establishments. The crown jewel of Yehu lies due east, where money rushed to, stirring the ice-glittered air. Towering above many of the lively shops are the golden dome roofs of Limbleton Academy, its white conical towers carved with depictions of founding mages and famous adventurers. This great place of learning... Oh god. Oh, I skipped a line. Students push in past one another and up the white stone steps, cluttering the open entrance of this great place of learning and into the welcoming warmth of its grand hall. The dining hall spills its contents of students into the grand hall as many rush to their next class, scaling the dual spiral stairs that line its edges and give entrance to its classrooms. While some fly, build structures, or create dimension doors to their shortcut amongst the crowded student body. So, it has sorry, he sounds like the Disney Fast Play. I just spotted that. So, we're going to go straight into this, and we're going to, you have just finished lunch break, which doesn't necessarily mean that this was the time that you have lunch, because some of you, Emerald, are nocturnal, and therefore have different eating schedules and stuff like that. So this is just kind of the time that most people end up going out in the rest of Yehu and seeing the sights, grabbing some snacks, and then coming back to their evening classes. So, what are you all doing? They're serving food in the dining halls. There is a beautiful... Oh, I should probably show the map. There is a beautiful... There we go. There is a beautiful glowing scroll on the top of the grand hall that gives a wonderful amber light that kind of glistens in this beautiful fountain at the base of the grand hall, where it is essentially a cork board. You know those things at your college where it's like, oh, you know, here's where you put all your cool posters and notes and talking about various clubs and things that you have. Ooh. Those things.
Bulletin board?
Yeah, bulletin board. Thank you. I forgot the word. So that fountain is essentially a bulletin board, seeing as there is a bunch of different papers and posters floating around it in this beautiful ethereal glow. People are rushing up to their classrooms that start immediately after lunch, while others are sort of meandering around or heading up to the theoretics library to study independently. What are you all doing?
Waking up.
Oh my god.
Okay, I zoned out because I was trying to look at the picture. Just a little bit. So, are we going to get lunch, or is it after lunch?
This is after lunch break. So, this works similarly to college. You can grab food at any time. But this is the period of time in which no professors are allowed to schedule classes. So a lot of the student body is mulling about without going to their classes first. So yeah.
So I will be going straight to the dining hall, grabbing my food, and walking to the library.
So,
No.
Wonderful. You head into the dining hall, and it is bustling with people, students clattering around. There is a large circular table elevated a little bit with a large platform in the center with spiral stairs that a lot of the professors who do happen to have lunch at this time are talking amongst one another. There are other circular tables that are spotting in different areas where groups of people are gathered around, and one large long table in the center, which is scattered with really cool food. Because it's a certain time of the year where one holiday has just passed and another one is coming straight up, every single part of the food that is being served is space themed. You have
Space
themed. You have a beautiful glowing yellow donut shaped cake called Sun Sweet Rolls, a star-shaped dark navy black jello with spotted galaxies inside called Nebula Jello. You have small round cakes with blooming flowers that are almost wisteria looking called nuptial cakes. And you have what looks like just the void on a plate. It looks like a black hole, and they are called cheesecake void puffs.
All right. Well,
Yum yum.
just kind of looking over my options. Not a huge sweets person,
Oh.
matter of fact.
There's of course the main dish, which happens usually at dinner, but they seem to be sort of preparing for that. The main food course that happens almost everywhere. Direwolf.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's pretty much like just the leg of a direwolf, which is taking up about 90% of the table. It's huge.
Cool.
You just kind of stab it and like pull a chunk off with your fork and like shuffle that onto your plate.
Yeah, and kind of glance at the void one again.
Still looks like a void.
Raise my eyebrow. Just kind of raise my eyebrow.
Looking like a black hole. Beautiful. So you gather a little bit on your plate, and you said you were heading up to the library. Are you waiting to go to the library until after you finish eating, or are you taking your snacks there?
I'm taking my snacks there, because I'm not risking going out in that hallway with people rushing to class.
So you're taking your snacks to the library.
Yes.
Are you
'Cause
aware
it's quiet.
that the library is also a classroom? And you will have to climb
Is
the
very
spiral
valid.
staircase where everyone else is going.
That is also fair. Yep, so I'm going to find a quiet, secluded little corner that I probably take up every day.
Wonderful.
And I'm just gonna sit down and eat.
Awesome.
My hood up. Hood of my cloak of my uniform up. Not dealing with anyone, just eating away.
Beautiful. And then we go to Noctura, who is just awoken from sleep. Amongst.
Woken up,
Yeah,
realized that it is time for food.
You wander down from your cluttered dorm room that is covered wall to wall with various papers, scratches, bits of information, literally plastering the walls, and some written over the windows, desks covered in books and various other things, as well as some trinkets that may or may not have been stolen. They're probably just gifts, but like, I don't know. Anyways, you head down, you walk down the spiral staircase of the dorms, you head through the common area at the base of the dorms where a lot of students are kind of sitting around, lounging in these fancy ornate chairs and couches around a fireplace. Ooh. Go into the crowded area of the students and pop into the dining hall. The first thing that you notice is that it is weirdly rather empty. What do you do?
Is it not just bustling?
Oh, no. It seems like you came here at around the right time that you normally do, but a lot of people, there are usually a lot more people in this the dining hall than there are right now. And I would like you to make a perception check. Wah! First roll!
You say with perception being my highest stat.
Yep.
Let me...
Yep.
What is perception plus 10? So let me roll. Why isn't it rolling? I got an app for a reason. Why isn't it rolling? Okay, never mind. I will not.
You
be
can always
having to
pop
go-
into my room and I can give you one of my many dice.
There we go. Finally, it rolled.
Yay!
A 17 plus 10.
17 plus
27.
10.
What
Okay!
you notice?
Oh god, alright. Lovely! Also, for everyone in chat who was mentioning this earlier, it took me a while to figure out, but I did change the category that this is being streamed in, and it is now officially D&D. I am so sorry. It took me a while to figure out.
Gosh, God, you can't do your job.
And now it's time to drink.
Drink. Oh, hydrate! Hydrate! I'm also
Slime,
going to have a
thank
snack.
you.
Ba-ba-ba. Oh, mmm. Mmm.
I took a sip.
Yum, yum, yum. The screeching of my water bottle. I want to drown Lemon. Oh, God. No, you can't spam hydrate. And I did that on purpose because I knew you guys were going to try and drown me. I knew it. I expected this. Anyways, so Noctura notices very quickly the only logical explanation as to why there are so many less people in the dining hall as there was usually. Theses are coming up in only a few days, and from the way that you popped into the busy student body, a lot of people are going to the library or going to their classes early so they can ask for help. Because theses, without them, you can't graduate, and if they're not good, that's a failing grade, and you have to start the year over. Yeah, it's bad.
Well, good thing I'm confident and have been working on them so hard, and I feel completely confident in my divination thesis, and pretty dang confident in illusion.
Yeah, so you're
So
self-assured.
I'm just like, ooh, it's not busy. I don't have to fight for elbow room.
Yay! You do notice a very small half-elf. Very, very small. Not as small as you. A little bit taller than you. But still quite small.
Isn't she like 5'2"?
She's 5'2".
Fine, I guess she's average height. She is very aggressively, like, gouging into the meat that is at the, oh god, the direwolf meat that is at the main table, to a point that you're like a little bit worried because she looks like she's trying to murder it a second time. And after she tears it off of the bone and plops it on her plate, fork still impaled into it, she wanders off into the darkest corner, and just sort of watches everyone, which you've seen this person before, so this is very in character. But it's still always intimidating the way that she seems to look at people and immediately know how she can get rid of them.
Yeah, I'm going to still give her space because I know what it's like to be, or at least I've witnessed people that have gotten on her bad side. And we have a mutual respect thing going, so I will mutually respect her choice to sit in the dark, secluded corner and mind my own business. And I'm going to get some of that galaxy jello and some
Awesome.
meat.
So you grab a slab of meat. It's a lot more difficult for you to tear that thing off the bone. It is
Especially
dark.
not since I can't just use my hands with my little talons.
Yeah.
I have to be civilized.
Civilized. But after you get a slab of meat. You get a star-shaped Jello with beautiful nebulas inside, and you've had this before. This is a fan favorite of a lot of people, as well as the Void Puffs because they look so cool. Your favorite thing about this, number one, it looks like space, and number two, it's blue raspberry flavored. It's very good.
I wake up and immediately consume sugar and meat. This is the life.
You wander off into a table that's more towards the center. I'm guessing you're not going to try and sit with anybody.
Not at the moment. I'm just going to sit down at a place that's like maybe one or two people could join me if they really wanted to, but a single table, like a person that isn't expecting anyone to join them, and then I can speak. You know, when you're in college and you go to the dining hall and you're not expecting to join anyone, you take the smallest table.
Yeah.
And you don't be an asshole about it.
You're
not gonna be like, I'm taking up the 20-person table, but no one can sit next to me.
Beautiful. You find a secluded little booth on the side. This is actually like quite custom. Seeing as you can't take off your mask to eat in public, a lot of different places have dividers or sliding screens that create a mottled effect or a magical effect that allows it to be basically invisible inside, which therefore allows you to plop down in a nice and comfy little booth area and absolutely demolish your food.
Yes, as soon as I am in private, I will no longer be using a fork.
Beautiful. Wonderful. So we're gonna head off from there for a moment, and we're going to go to, oh dear God. Oh dear Lord. Bear, please remind me of your character's name. I'm so sorry. Bear? Bear? Oh my God, I think Bear is dead. Bear? Alright, we're skipping over Bear because Bear died. Start of the campaign!
So,
I think
Also-
Bear's mic died because I saw the mute button flash on and off on Discord, and I think they're trying to fix it.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna pretend like that's not happening for a hot second.
there's our hear no evil.
Here.
Speak no evil. Sorry, speak no evil.
That's yeah, okay. So we go to Haldir, right?
Yeah.
Haldir.
Oh shit.
And it's the lunch break between classes. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What do you think your character would do in the free time between classes? I mean, you only have one class a day, so most of your day is free up, but this is the time where most people are around. What are you doing?
Honestly, he's probably going to get something to eat because they probably have food at this time, and he figures that he'll just get food.
Beautiful. Are you headed to the dining hall, or are you gonna pop out into town and grab some food there?
Probably go to the dining hall because he's lazy.
That's a mood! So, Noctura and Ambrosia, in their independent corners, see a towering, very ominous moon elf walk into the dining hall, and people part around him like the goddamn Red Sea, mostly because of his bone mask. And this is something that was not explained earlier when we were explaining masks because Oliver was not here, which is completely understandable. But bone as a material that is used in mask means misfortune and omen of death. Which, to be fair, he is a necromancer. So that does fit. At the same time, people with purely bone masks are known to cause chaos, disorder, and harm literally everywhere they go. So no one is getting close to Haldir.
Meh. Also,
Hey, Lemon?
Yes?
Chat's saying that they can barely hear Oliver.
God Damn it!
I'm
God.
sorry.
God, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm cranking you up to max. Say something.
I'm also trying to get some. Hi.
Is it too
Hello.
loud now?
Can people hear me?
Hmm?
I'm getting headphones with a mic here in a second. I can't find my headphones anywhere. So my partner's getting me headphones right now.
I'm eating.
Sophie said Oliver is fine now.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
fine now.
So I just
Okay.
needed to crank you all the way up to 200% volume.
Oh,
Awesome.
Go watch me.
Lemon, we are literally trying to help. I know. I'm still gonna whine. Yeah.
He's gonna whine. He's such a whiny
He's just
god.
a whiny guy.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
God.
Whiny
Haldir kind of
baby.
shuffles through to the main table of food, and what is he grabbing for food?
The little puff balls that you were talking about, because those look interesting.
The void buffs?
Yes.
So you grab what is essentially the absence of light, and you put it on your plate. They're only about the size of a quarter, so you can get a bunch if you want to.
Yeah, he grabs like 4 or 5 of those.
Awesome. So you pile your high plate, pile your plate high with void puffs, which are a delectably sweet and rich thing. Oh God, we have to hydrate. Everyone consume water and inhale it like your life depends on it.
They are literally
Hang
going
on.
to be counting down every 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ. This is why I said a 10-minute break, because if I'm in at 5 minutes, I would drown. This is why. I'm
Hello?
not turning it down. Hello! Bear, you've returned!
Is it working? Is it working?
Yes!
Yes,
We can hear you! Yay!
Okay, good.
And by the way, you just
cool.
returned to be a participant in hydration.
Oh, okay.
Chug, chug, chug.
chug, chug.
Chuck, chuck, chuck.
Ah, beautiful.
Oh,
Guys, I have a small bladder. Can we not?
That sucks.
Actually, yeah. Could we please not actually like do this every 10 minutes? Because we're gonna be having to take a break like every 20 minutes for someone to go to the restroom then.
We're never gonna get anywhere in this mystery because people are just going to be going to the bathroom really fast.
Yeah.
Maybe-
it's hard enough keeping a campaign on track when there isn't chat distracting us every 10 seconds.
Anyways, so Haldir, get some food, get some void puffs. Where is he sitting? Does he have a group of friends that he's going to sit with? Is he going to go to a more isolated place? Is he going to try and look for familiar faces? Or is he a teacher's pet, and is he going to try and get near professors?
I'm gonna try to stick out my wing a little bit to like slightly half wave of like, you can come over here if you want.
Sniffle, sniffle.
I love them.
Is indifferent.
He definitely will try to go more towards like where the teachers are because he's trying to get on their good side because he keeps on getting in trouble.
Well, Professor Azeni, which I will not be showing right now. Actually, no, I will. God damn it. Because I like the characters. Professor Azeni, the necromancy professor, your main teacher.
Mhm.
Oh, look! NPC! Our first NPC! Not the NPC I was expecting, but our first NPC! Looks down at you from the sort of platform-esque place where the professors are sitting, and gives you a visible wink based off of her glowing eyes. She thinks you're neat.
Okay.
No other professor does. Yep.
Oh, also Lemon, they're getting Sushi is getting upset because they recommended a poll.
Oh, what, how do you,
Start a poll.
how do I do that?
I don't know, you didn't give slime rights.
No, how do I do that? How do I start a poll?
Lemon's just taking rights.
Ah! How do I start a poll? Bro, I can't even start.
Poll B4.
It would be, will
Why
Lemon
can't-
drown?
Why
What?
did you give that as an option if you don't know how to do it?
I didn't. It came beforehand. Maybe it's a backslash? Is it a backslash, maybe? What? How do you... Okay, I'm gonna look this up. God damn it. How to do a poll in chat on Twitch.
That's a mood.
Sushi, you are going to be the reason why we never finish this campaign.
I was about to say, we're not getting through day one.
I didn't mean to not give you rights to this. I don't know how things... This is my... Leave me alone.
It's gonna be playing till 2 a.m. for me.
Creating polls. Oh, this is on the mod page. What do you mean you can't do it? This is on the mod page.
I think our
hmm.
mod's just broken.
Okay, well, everyone who votes that I am going to drown during this stream, send an eyeball emoji in the chat. That's your poll. There you go. Sorry, I can't. I'll figure that out next stream. I apologize.
The eyeball emoji locked?
Oh yeah. Send a smiley face. It's you're right.
Why not just send the dice emoji?
Yeah, that's also locked though, unfortunately.
Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah.
Send an emoji in the chat. Actually, send the heart because I believe that is not locked. I'm pretty sure. Send an emoji in the chat. It doesn't matter. This is not how they work. I know, but I don't know. I will fix it. I will do research when it's not in the you didn't donate. That's not a donation goal. That's a viewer point poll. It just means that you've watched for oh my god. Anyways, we're just not even gonna look at that. Anyways, you see Professor Azeni give you a little wink, kind of give you the, you know, you don't have to sit by yourself. I get that, people are not particularly fond of you, because you're a troublemaker, which I personally believe is pretty cool, because I think your pranks are rather hilarious. But, I'd recommend maybe, no offense, scooting away from the professor's table.
That's so mean.
No, oh, sorry. I don't mean to, like, be aggressive towards you or anything like that, but, those tables are actually kind of reserved for apprentices. So...
A single tear runs down his face. Not actually, no.
Oh my god.
Not actually, no.
And this teacher you definitely relate to the most because they also have a bone mask. It's not 100% bone, but it is bone, and so a lot of people have similar stigmas towards her as they do to you. So
okay.
She's a cool professor. I love her. Sorry, continue.
Probably, yeah. He'll probably just kind of like nod, like very hesitantly, because he obviously doesn't want to, but he just decides he'll probably just sit in like one of the corners, like in a table by himself,
Wonderful.
away from the professors, because he's embarrassed now.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you sit in the table right next to Ambrosia, which is in the corner, in isolation, in the shadows, away from other people. Which is exactly what you described. So you sit at the table right next to Ambrosia, and Ambrosia, you see this very looming tall moon elf just plop down and look mildly embarrassed and sad. What do you do?
Well, since we never got to this, Haldir, is... Yeah, we never explained the relationship between all these characters.
let's
they
just go into it.
are actually acquainted.
Yeah.
They know each other.
Yeah.
So Ambrosia's just gonna kind of look up, raise her eyebrow as she does, though you probably can't see through the mask. Curse you for not giving facial expressions. A mask even means freedom of expression. Oh no. So she just kind of looks at him, gives a nod, goes back to eating. Like, not starting conversation, just kind of like, yeah, you're fine. You're fine to be here.
So you have, Haldir, you have two places where you can sit now because both are welcoming. One is the Owlin, whose wing is still kind of fluttering outwards and being like, "Hey, excuse me, hello."
No. After they walked away, I kind of went, "Oh, okay. I
Oh.
guess we're not there yet."
Oh, that's more sad. And then you have this very stoic and quiet half elf that's just sitting and coexisting with you in the same space. So we are going to move on from you at the moment, and we are going to go over to Bear's character, who I cannot remember. Please remind me.
The name
Yes, please.
is Zeelbend.
Zeelbend.
Yes.
Beautiful. So, for Zeelbend, it is lunch break. Doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be having lunch, but it is the time between classes for every student in the academy. The dining hall is open. It's got a lot of food. Some people are heading out onto the town if they don't have evening classes. It's basically like college. So, where are you going for lunch break?
I'm probably going to be going to the dining hall because I'm going to be looking for Noctura immediately.
Before we do anything,
Link to
we
Wada.
have a hydrate. Everybody drown. Beautiful.
I already drank 2 full water bottles at work.
Wow, okay, so a bunch of people just said drown. But anyways, so Zeelbend finds Noctura fairly easily, because Noctura tends to sit down in the same exact spot every day out of habit and muscle memory. So
Why you calling me out?
you spot the little wing that had receded a little bit, as well as a little bit of the snippet between the professor and Haldir, because as well as seeing Haldir and Ambrosia plop down on the complete opposite end of the dining hall as Noctura. So, you said that you're going to look for them immediately. You find them immediately, and it's more of a snuggly little booth where you have a privacy screen to chat as well as eat without wearing masks, which is a big step for friendship, I would like to point out. It basically means that you believe that this other person is family. Most people just, tuck the food under their mask. So, you guys get to choose what sort of dynamic that you have from this.
I was born with masks, so it's my face.
Yeah, you can't do that. That sucks. That sucks. Also, what foods are you getting? I'm not sure if you heard my explanation of the foods. I can go through that if you would like.
I did hear it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take the biggest plate I can find and gather as many void puffs as I possibly can.
You get a plate absolutely covered in the absence of light. It's just a black hole. It is a giant pile of black hole. There's nothing
All
on
everyone wants to eat is the void.
here.
Everyone's tired of the void eating them, so it's time to eat the void back.
Payback!
You take your pile of void puffs, and notice that in the corner of your eye, you do spot that Haldir has done basically the same thing, with a pile of void puffs and one tiny slab of direwolf meat. But yeah. And you head over to the booth with Noctura. Plop down into the booth, and let us begin conversation. Let's start with any sort of conversation that is happening between Haldir and Ambrosia, if there is one, or if you're just being incredibly awkward.
Incredibly awkward it seems to be.
Yep, okay.
Pure silence.
It is a complete silence on that end of the room, as the two, not necessarily shy, but more stoic people just sort of look out simultaneously on the other people. They're the awkward people that sit in the corner of the lunchroom and people watch and maybe do homework occasionally, but mostly just stare incessantly at people who are walking by and unnerve them enough to pick up their pace of walking.
Excuse you. It is not awkward.
Mm-hmm.
It's intimidation
Mm-hmm.
tactic.
Comfortable
I don't
silence.
want-
Can't
I don't
believe we're in
want
a group
anybody
with
to
2
talk to me.
edgelords.
I'm just done with bullshit. My apologies.
Y'all, Haldir was not supposed to be an edgelord. He just looks edgy.
I
He's
can't believe
supposed to be a prankster, but he turned into edgelord.
this.
I will say,
Mm.
Ambrosia probably will look up at him
Mhm.
after a minute of them sitting in silence, be like, teacher's pet, and then just go back
Oh!
to eating.
The slander.
Very, very deadpan voice, just
Hold on.
teacher's pet.
Hold on. I need to look up, like, an insult for your character now. I'm, like, straight up looking up D&D insults. Get back to me.
Okay. We move back to Noctura and Zeelbend, and I'm guessing you guys are making a much different conversation.
Oh, what's up, Zeal? How's your thesis going?
Pretty good. I have half of it written down already. On my arm. I got new Sharpies.
Of course.
How's yours?
I have completely finished divination. I am done looking into the future for at least the next 2 days, hopefully. I pray to God. I am so tired, because it always twists and turns, you know? It's just, it never stays still. Which is, like, fair. I wouldn't want it to
Yeah.
stay still, because then it would be boring. But, you know? But my illusion, I think I got it down, but I keep messing up that little last part.
Sounds like you're having a great time.
I
You see
believe.
anything? You see
I've only
anything
gotten
weird
in
in the
trouble.
future?
I mean, the future is always weird because you don't know what leads up to it, you just see the outcome, at least, like, 60% of the time. I don't know. It's an exact magic that doesn't give exact answers.
Noctura, I would like you to roll a Arcana check.
Arcana! Let's see if my dice will roll. Okay. Bup, bup, bup. Why do I use this website? Okay. I got a fucking nat 20. Okay. And I
Okay.
have a +5 to our.
Okay, this is interesting. You
Let's go.
remember a weird bit of prophecy that you came up with literally yesterday. You wrote it down and it wasn't there before. But it suddenly just sort of like the future just suddenly changed, and you had to, update kind of a little bit. You didn't want to update your divination thing because it's been a while, and nobody would really know because you don't know how far away it is, and it might just be the end of the universe. You don't know. But there's you prophesized some sort of a darkness. And I don't mean darkness as in like the absence of light. I mean darkness
Not
as
like
in
the void puffs.
not like the void puffs. Darkness is in like as if you had appeared in the vast expanse of space and all of the stars were dead. Yeah. But again, it's probably just the end of the universe, because, like, sometimes you prophesize things that don't make any sense. Like, the letters LOL don't make sense to you. No idea where that comes from. But yeah.
I think it means lots of love.
Oh god. Oh god. You've
So
had
much love.
some weird prophecies that don't make any sense, and sometimes you chalk them up to false prophecies because that's what happens with divination. Sometimes you're like, I'm not sure if steel horses make much sense, but okay, sure, whatever. Yeah. So that is something that you remember from late yesterday.
Like before I passed out in the library late.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Don't you love when you look into the future and see the heat death of the universe?
The answer is 42.
That number is strangely quite common. I don't know why. Does it have something to do with the raw magic of the universe? Because I see it, but I don't really understand it. That's your job.
Beautiful.
I don't know, 42, man.
Fair.
All right, so interrupting a little bit, we're gonna shoot back over to Haldir and Ambrosia. Get that last insult in as the bell chimes with a thick bong that like rings throughout the entire academy and lets people know that lunch break is over and classes are about to begin again. But before we do that, go ahead and do your insult.
I literally could not find a singular
Oh,
insult.
God.
Are we allowed to cuss on screen?
Yes.
Are we allowed to cuss?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just say
Haldir
bad words.
Haldir just kind of looks down and just calls them a fucker.
So we've established a dynamic.
Philistine.
Just a short fucker. That's all he says.
Alright, you green bean giant. Listen. I'm just
He's not
saying
even
that you don't need
green!
to suck.
Blue bean
Doesn't
giant.
matter. All I'm saying is you don't need to suck up to these people. Why do you do that? I've noticed that a couple of times. Why? Do you care what they think about you? Because you shouldn't. You're never gonna see these people again after a couple weeks, like a couple days. So what does it matter?
Sorry, that hit a little too hard. Give me a second.
Oh no! Oliver's people-pleasing instincts! Ah! Ah!
Haldir's just kind of quiet for a second before kind of just saying that, like, you don't understand. It's a long story. You just don't understand. He's not comfortable sharing exactly why he wants to please all these people.
Fair. Alright?
That's fair.
Yeah.
And the bell rings. And your classes... You have 30 minutes to get to your classes, which may seem like a lot, but this is a huge school. And you have to climb stairs. So...
Unless you're me, I have wings. Goodbye, suckos.
Yeah, most people take about 25 to 30 minutes to get to their classes. Some people cut it close. But yeah. Get going. Classes that you
Do I
have...
know any secret passageways?
No.
Crap.
No. I refuse. There might be some secret passageways, but you don't know of them currently. You have
Okay.
tried pulling out every single book in the library. There are no secret passageways in the library that are caused by you pulling out a book.
I am going
Just
to
putting a
find...
stop to that right away.
No! That's not happening! Alright, so classes that you guys go to, that you have today, a lot of you are dual guilds, so you have 2 classes a day, and of course, obviously, Haldir has one specific class that they go to, which is an afternoon class in Necromancy. So Ambrosia goes to Abjuration, which I am going to put
shit,
on
what is
my
that?
cool little thing. I have a cool little thing. I have little tokens to show where everybody is. So, Ambrosia is going to Abjuration. Zeelbend is going to Theoretics, I think. I can't remember what I had planned for this. No, Theoretics, that's what it was. Haldir is going to Necromancy. And Noctura is going to Illusion. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do you all split up at the same time, or are some of you walking together, seeing as like Theoretics and Illusions are up the same flight of stairs, and Abjuration and Necromancy are also up the same flight of stairs?
Yeah, I'd probably fly next to the stairs to talk with Zeal for a bit longer, and then as soon as they reached their classroom, I went peace and go to illusion.
Peace. Because you have to climb downstairs, while Zeelbend does not. Beautiful. And what about Ambrosia and Haldir?
Haldir just kind of walks next to Ambrosia just because he doesn't want to go to class alone, even though he is technically going to class alone, but he just kind of walks silently next to him.
Aww. Aww.
Ambrosia doesn't care.
Thanks.
Brutal.
She doesn't listen. Okay, she doesn't mind. Sorry. I should have said it like that. She doesn't mind. He's walking next to her. She kind of walks slow. She does not care about the rush. She doesn't care if she completely gets on time. Like she'll be like to the bell.
I mean, your mode of transportation, the period of time in which you have to get to your class, it takes a lot less long to get to your class as it does to Necromancy, because you have to go through the other classrooms to get to the basement of Necromancy while you are at the top of the stairs. Because this was built for aesthetics and not for efficiency, because wizards. Wizards. Goddamn wizards.
AKA God just wanted fun design.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe there is plot relevancy in those cool stairs that I made. Huh? You don't know.
It
Shut up.
would be fun slides.
They would be fun slides. Anyways. So you guys split up into your independent classes, and we are going to go in order. We're going to start with Abjuration, which is Ambrosia.
Cool.
You step into the classroom, and a lot of people are already there. You're not late, but Abjuration, a lot of people in Abjuration have the policy of, if you're on time, you're late, sort of thing. Yeah. A lot of very, not snooty exactly, but very proper, very put together people are in Abjuration. It's a very mature sort of thing. So I'm going to show you my cool little map of Abjuration. We're gonna start by doing this. No NPCs. Abjuration. Beautiful, beautiful. So you step in the front door, and I'm guessing you're going to take a seat on a chair, unless you want to be weird and sit on the floor and or the desks covered with plants.
I'm not a heathen.
Okay.
So I'm going to sit in a chair.
Cool. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank
Probably
you.
towards the back. I don't care really about the notes. I'm not the person to be in the front row. Like half of the people in this room. So probably towards the back.
Beautiful.
Pull out a notebook, maybe.
It takes a moment before a equally short person comes out from around the back portion of the Abjuration Classroom. Professor Salem, which is a person that you've met before, and unlike a lot of the other professors, he is very... how do I describe this? He's very kind. He's very generous.
Mhm.
He's usually very accommodating to all of his students. He has a policy that you do not have to turn in all of your work. You don't have to take any of the tests.
Shit.
As long as you can tell me what the content is, I will give you the best grades.
Good shit.
Yeah, he's a fantastic professor. And he steps out into the crowd, being very, very small, shorter than you, in fact. You teeny tiny creature. I will call you small because I know you in real life and you are also small. But anyways, he steps out and he goes.
Nico kneecaps lemon.
He steps out and he goes, "Hello, class. Today we will be having an activity with the evocation classroom. It will be more of a casual session. No notes today. No lecture whatsoever. Since there are only 4 days until your graduation and thesis, I assume that all of you have your thesis figured out. If you don't, you can always come to me either after class or during class today. Or before class. I wake up very early in the morning and I go to bed very late at night. And my classroom is always open to students. So, today we are going to be having a wonderful activity with the Evocation Classroom, which is a game. I am very excited for all of you, but I must preface everything with the game does involve combat. So, I said we have designated roles that you may choose. We have the defenders and the medics. I won't explain the game at the moment. That is up to Professor Aquam, the Professor of Evocation, but you may come here at any point if you would like to be a healer. Your duty is also to make sure that if anyone gets injured, they are disqualified from the game. And they come down here and I will take care of them. No lasting injuries if you do not wish to play, because you would prefer not to gain any sort of damage. That is completely understandable, and you may stay down here and either have a study hall, or you may work on your thesis, discuss with me, whatever you would like. Any questions? And you see, oh god, switching NPCs, switching NPCs, switching NPCs. Oh god.
You turned into old man.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Switching NPCs. You see, here we are. I'm so sorry. I have the tokens above the NPCs. It's not allowed. There we go. And you see. Why? Excuse me. How dare you? Anyways, you see this Dove Arakakra who hand shoots straight up immediately. And she says, excuse me, I have a question real fast. This is a very important question. I would like to do kind of a preface to everybody. I would just like to remind you, I am the apprentice here. I understand that, like, I'm a student, but also I'm, like, an apprentice. So I am going to be working to make sure that everybody plays safe. And if I catch any cheating whatsoever, you are going to be disqualified from all of the games. Okay? I understand, like, it's a fun little game and stuff like that, but if you end up doing anything innately dangerous, I will fly you directly to Professor Limbleton's office. Okay? Does that sound good with everybody? And you see a deep sigh from the rest of the students in the classroom, because they do not like her.
Oh no fucking shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so my hand shoots up.
Yes, Ambrosia? What is your question?
Yeah, so I'm in both of these classes. So can I just sit out?
Of course, you can have a study hall if you would like, or you can discuss with me about your thesis, whatever you would like.
Cool. I'm gonna go take a study hall.
Beautiful. If you would like to stay here, you can. You can also go to the library, but that is completely up to you.
Probably the library, because didn't you say people were going to come in here if they were injured?
Yes, we do have. I will remind everyone, just in case, that we do have the med bay segmented from the rest of the classroom, so it will not bother studying if people are injured. But that is completely understandable. You can head to the library if you would like.
Good shit. Thank you.
Alrighty. Have a wonderful day. All the students, please head up to the evocation classroom unless you would like to stay here. And as you leave, you see a bunch of the student body, some of them giving you a few looks of being like, skipping out on class again. You always have to be a special one, don't you?
If
But
I
you.
catch any of them staring a little extra hard, I'm flipping them the bird.
Oh, well, you see the apprentice staring a little extra hard, and you
Oh,
flipping
yeah,
her the
she-
bird, seeing as she is a bird, she takes double offense and goes, "Ah!" And then,
But I do it in like a sneaky way, so like actual professor doesn't see shit.
she
Kind of scratching like the top of my head where my braid is, where one of my braids is, but
beautiful.
with my middle finger.
That is fantastic. She kind of puffs up, and goes, "Ah, you don't need to be rude." And then she leads up the group of students into the evocation classroom. You hear a very loud noise. I would like you to make a perception check.
Cool.
Roll.
Hang on. One second. A cat somehow got in. Which dice should I use? Because I have 7 sets, unlike someone who has an app. Okay. There we go. Sorry.
I can have a physical set of dice. I'm just sitting on my bed and don't have anything to roll it on.
I mean,
That's why you bring a notebook.
oh my gosh.
Okay. So you said
I can't believe
perception?
I'm getting slandered like this.
What'd you
Did you-
say, Anne? What'd you say?
You
Sorry.
said perception, right?
Yes. Actually,
Or do you need my passive perception?
what is your passive perception?
16.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Then I'm going to have you roll an Arcana check.
Great. Gotta love that my intelligence is a 10.
Oof, oof.
Oh no!
What did you
Oh
roll?
no! Fucking 4.
Oh, okay. So with your perception, you hear a loud noise, and it sounds like someone slammed something into a chunk of wood. But with that very, very low Arcana check, maybe someone is just slamming their face into a door. I don't know. Maybe the evocation and abjuration thing immediately got heated because there were only a few students that were walking through the door for upstairs.
I know that snooty little bitch of a assistant is not going to allow it to get loud enough
Okay.
to sound like it hitting a piece of wood. So I
So,
may
logically,
go be nosy.
you're gonna take a peek.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
You step up into the evocation classroom, and you see they haven't even started anything yet.
What the fuck?
They're still explaining the rules. However, there are. Make another perception check, real fast.
Great. I'm gonna use a different dice this time. Cause fuck that one. Going in dice jail. Okay. You said perception?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled a 13 plus 6, so 19.
Ooh. Okay, wonderful. It takes you a moment, which is why it is a passive perception in this case. It takes you a moment to notice that there are 1 or 2 students in kind of the back of the evocation group that are looking upwards and mumbling to each other, and you end up picking up hearing, "What are they doing up there?" And from your memory, the classroom above you is the Conjuration Classroom.
I should go to the library, but I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. Are you going to try and be stealthy with this, or are you going to just walk into the classroom?
I don't think there's a reason to hide. I mean, it is the end of the year, so people could be practicing. So I'm gonna just walk.
Okay. You step
Not like
into the
heavy-footed, but
Conjuration Classroom, and the Conjuration Classroom is set up similarly to the Performance Classroom in that you have to push up a hatch to get into it instead of climbing a set of stairs. So you pop over the hatch, step in. There's actually only a few different people in there, because almost all of them, at the first point, there's only a few different people in the angle that you're looking at, I'd like to clarify. Because almost all of them are crowded at the very front of the classroom around a chest that is open, and many of the students are sticking their arms to the elbow into it and sweating profusely, while Professor Lithius, I will show you what Professor Lithius looks like, because I think he looks rather neat. Professor Lithius has his feet up on his desk and is kind of looking through a few of his drawers and grumbling to himself. I'm not sure if this would be a perception check.
that guy's hot.
How dare you, first of all?
I'm
He's actually
sorry.
shorter than you, by the way, because he's a deep gnome.
Oh, never mind.
How
Might be
dare you?
Shorter than me. I'm literally only like 5'2".
He's
My bad.
3'6".
Oh my god.
He's a
Never mind.
deep gnome. Leave him alone. Anyways, why is everyone small? They've only met the small people so far. There are other tall people. I swear.
Wasn't the bird bitch kind of tall though?
Oh yes, the dove Aarakocra, yeah, she was 6'1".
Of course she's a fucking dove.
But anyways, I would like you to make, I guess, a perception check.
Again? Cool.
Yes, I guess. Because I'm not really sure what this would count for.
16?
16. Cool. I'm just
Over
going to use
10.
your passive perception, unless it's like something very difficult. But this one
Mm.
was a little difficult to pick up. You fit 2 and 2 together pretty easily. Seeing as you're from a magic school, you're pretty rehearsed in what various magics are. You've met a couple transmutation students and stuff like that. But Professor Lithius is grumbling about losing his key to the chest, which means that the loud noise that you heard was the spell knock, which just means that you can unlock literally anything, but it creates a huge knocking sound in 300 feet in every direction, which is how you heard it.
Seems a bit unnecessary, but
Yeah.
You do you, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all the loud noise was.
I'm gonna pull my head back down from the trap door and just go up to the library.
Alrighty. Moving on to Noctura. Noctura has a class in illusions. Is Noctura alive? No. Okay.
Well,
Noctura dies and the campaign ends. Sorry. We will
you
skip.
say that as if we don't have a necromancer.
Anyways, we will skip over them for now, seeing as she's probably grabbing some food or some drink or something. So,
Since the
Zeelbend,
roommate couldn't.
Bear.
Yeah.
Okay, you are here. Good.
Yes.
Zeelbend has a class in theoretics / in the library. So let me switch over to the big thing and into the library map. Library. Theoretics. There we go. Theoretics. Wonderful. You are in theoretics, and your professor does not seem to be here. So when you pop
Oh.
in, which actually that's not super uncommon, because since he has the secondary job of being the librarian, a lot of times he's a little bit late because he is delivering books to people, professors specifically who ask for certain books. So you pop in, there's a lot of people kind of mulling around. There's a couple of people like snickering and joking in the corner, and in the various things, kind of like checking out books, because almost every single person in the Theoretics Guild is a huge nerd, because it is basically having a history major. But you kind of see everyone splitting their own ways, studying if they are dual majored, and figuring out. Oh, sorry, there is a question in the chat. Why is everything a circle? Because all of the rooms, all of the classrooms are in towers, which are cylindrical. So all of the rooms are
That's
circles.
circle life.
Thankfully, the dorm rooms are not circular. Yay! But anyways, talking about this real fast. People are splitting up in the library, talking amongst one another, not checking out books because Professor Thymus is not there to check out books, and you're not allowed to do it by yourself. But they're sort of like figuring out what sort of books that they need for their various other guilds that they're involved with, etc. And as you step into your classroom, about 5 minutes into I will ask in a moment what you were doing in that 5 minutes. But in that span, you see a familiar face of Ambrosia popping into the library, looking a little smug, just a little, and being able to flip off somewhat stealthily.
Assistant.
So, what are you doing while you're waiting for the teacher now that Ambrosia is here?
I'm going to wave to Ambrosia and then point to an empty seat next to me and go back to reading.
And what topic are you reading on, just out of curiosity?
The That is a good question.
You don't have to answer this. This was out of curiosity. You don't need to answer that.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, just a book with runes in it.
Cool. You are reading The Evolution of Ancient Common. That's what you're reading.
Cool.
There you go.
Cool.
It was a book recommended by your runes professor, Professor Ewix. So, Ambrosia,
Cool.
you get a wave to. What are you doing?
I kind of like squint and look at the person for a second. Then I was like, oh, yeah. And then she's very nonchalant. She doesn't mean it in a bitchy way.
I don't know about that.
She's not expressive. She goes, oh, yeah, and goes over and takes the empty seat, kind of giving a nod of like, thanks, and then just pulls out a book on, I don't know specific stuff, but since I'm in abjuration class, leave me be.
Sure. You're looking at a book of Strains of Goodberry, which is a magically conjured plant that is only accessible to Abjuration Guild members, and why they look different for different people.
Oh.
Yeah. There's also a baking section in the book of how to make goodberry tarts and various other pastries with it. Right. Two very different books. But yes, you two plop down. I'm guessing you two are going to silently read next to each other like the couple of introverts that you are.
I mean, if they make conversation, she'll give short answers, but for the most part, it's silent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be doodling in the margins. I'm not paying attention anymore.
Beautiful. Then I will go to the professor showing.
I'm running to the restroom.
Alrighty, then I will. Emerald.
Yes.
Okay, so you have returned. So I will go back to
Yeah.
Emerald for now. Um,
I'm so sorry.
but
My
first,
grandma wanted to talk to me.
that's okay. Let me do one last comment on Zeelbend and Ambrosia, being that the teacher comes back, Professor Thymus, and I'm going to show Professor Thymus because I think he looks very cool. Very cool, very cool. Where is he? Where is he? Here he is. Professor Thymus. He popped back in. His walking slightly jangling because of all of the keys that are on him at all times. He pops back in, sort of panting and going, oh, oh God, the stairs are gonna kill me. Okay. I'm alive. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I had to deliver a few books to Professor Woodsbolt. Give me a second. Okay, I'm alive. And then we're gonna pop back to Noctura. Beautiful. You have a class in illusions today.
It is time to make reality not.
You pop in. I am going to change the NPC. I really wish there was an instantaneous way for me to change the maps and the NPCs. There we go. You pop into the illusion classroom, which is the outer. It's like a two pairs of spiral stairs that are made concentrically and going towards the center, which the center has a set of walls that are covered in various empty doorways that seem to go into infinite darkness and mirrors. The outside is lined with a set of wardrobes with various illusion spell names on them and cloaks inside. You pop in, and one of the cloaks is being taken out by a first year. And Ambrosia, Professor Ambrosia, not Ambrosia, no, Ambrose. I'm sorry, I knew this was gonna happen. Professor
I'm
Ambrose.
just like, did we really have two characters with the same name?
No, that'd be terrible. That'd be the
It's
worst.
very close, though.
Professor Ambrose, Professor Ambrose pops up and helps the first year put on the cloak as well as use it. It seems that a couple people got so excited for today's activities that they showed up quite a bit early. And you hear Ambrose, Professor Ambrose, going, "Hi! Hello! Welcome! Hello! Hi! I see a lot of you are coming in. Hi. So what we're doing today is I've decided that we're going to play a game because I love games. Everyone else here loves games. It's fun. Also, we have 4 days left, and I assume all of you have figured out your thesis or something. But if you haven't, that sucks. That's a little bit questionable. If you haven't figured it out yet, I would assume that you are probably going to go to the library and study. If you're not and you're a troublemaker like me, I would prefer you come here and we play a game because I am excited for today. We are going to play what is known as Ghosts and Catchers, which is one of my favorite games, but unfortunately, since Greater Invisibility is a very high-ranking spell, and I want everyone to be able to participate... Oh, God, sorry, the chat is going, Dad. Everyone to be able to participate, I want to be using... Oh, we have a follow. Hello. I want everybody to be using our custom illusion spell casting cloaks. And how these work, for all of you first years who haven't been able to use this before, is cloaks, these specific cloaks, contain a spell in them, which is why they're all named after spells. And you activate the spell with a cool word and deactivate them with a different cool word. And then you wear them, and the spell does the thing. That's pretty much it. Does that work for everybody? We're going to be using Greater Invisibility and Silence.
Woot.
Ho, ho, ho. does anybody here not want to play the game? Because that's okay if you don't want to play the game. It's all right.
I
You-
am down.
All right, beautiful. There's like enthusiastics being like, a lot of people are really hyped for this. Here is
I'm getting
how
poopy.
here is how we play the game. My personal favorite game. Let me pull up my notes on how I had this written down of how to play the game. God, scrolling through my 16-page Google Docs. Here we go. All right, so what we're going to be doing is that for first years, you get to wear the Greater Invisibility and Silence Cloaks, which means that you cannot be seen and you cannot be heard. Second years, you're in charge of identifying sabotage from the third years, which third years, your job is to make sure it's almost impossible for fourth years to try and find all of the first years. Does that make sense? Has everyone got that? Any confusion? Raise your hands. Anybody? Make sense?
I will find the children.
All right, happy. I'm excited. This is beautiful. So what we are going to do today, we are going to get rid of this NPC and use my cool little token things to let you guys know where you are. There we go. Noctura. There we go. You are off the map. Nope, here you are. There we go. So you're kind of in the center area, and you see first years donning cloaks, going invisible. Now everybody, count to 3. 1, 2. I see no one's joining me.
1,
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
How dare you? And you see just scattering of students in all directions. You hear like small clatters in certain directions, and people are sprinting. What is your
Oop,
first
there they
move
go.
as a hunter
Uh,
at this?
I will probably keep my eye on the first person that I saw when I walked in the first year that was putting on a cloak, and will start hovering above where the last place I saw them,
All right.
if they already are turning invisible.
So they turn invisible and like look up at you the moment before they turn invisible, and you can see the fear in their eyes as they go, "Oh, oh God!" But you are instantly hit with a spell the moment someone spots that you're hovering over someone, and that spell makes it look like you're in a grassy field.
Woot woot. Yes, this
This-
is what I thrive for.
This must be a fourth year, not fourth year, a third year, who has casted the spell on you. So, what are you going to do to try and find your prey?
I'm going to close my eyes for the moment
Mhm.
and see if they've been casted with silence quite yet.
They have not. You can hear foot tappy tappies of a very small first year running to the right of you.
Then I am going to zone in on that mentally, but physically I'm going to go like in a spiral slightly towards them, but like slightly off to make it so that they're not thinking about casting silence quite yet.
Interesting.
Keeping them in my hearing range, but keeping my awareness. My eyes are still fully closed, but I am listening to the sounds of my wing beats to see what physical objects are around me, because I know illusions only affect your eyes.
All right. What's your passive perception?
You really?
I know it's high. Just tell me.
Really?
What is it?
I'm opening the app, sorry. I am observant as fuck boy. I have a 25 in passive
Oh my
perception.
god, I don't
Oh
even
my
need to
God.
make you do any freaking checks. You hear everything in a 15-mile radius. You suck.
I took the observant feat for a reason.
You are
It
doing...
adds specifically to your passive perception.
Yeah. Anyways, so you can definitely pinpoint the location of where this person is going, and no more spells are slung at you. It seems in the chaos happening in the main area of the classroom, they are not super focused on you and instead are trying to help other people because they've already casted an illusion on you and thought, that'd probably cover it.
Man, they have zero faith in me.
All right. So what do you do?
I am going to get to a point where I am hovering near them, where they think they're just like, oh, I gotta be quiet now. They might be near me, but still in that way where they're just like, I can probably get away from this person. And I am going to, really quickly point straight at them and cast Fairy Fire.
Ah! Ah! Okay. Remind me what Fairy Fire does.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within the range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Any creature in that area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
All right, so I have to do a dex saving throw. No. This character, the first year, immediately lights up into bright, fiery light, and immediately gives a just a very startled noise of going, oh god, and thinks maybe you've actually lit them on fire for a hot second, and therefore takes off their cloak and throws it onto the ground, trying to stamp it out. Because I rolled a 2. So you have successfully found and caught this first year. Good job.
Yeah, I'm going to, with my 40 pounds of weight. How big are they?
They are a gnome.
They're a gnome?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I am going to land behind them and wrap them up in my wings and say, got you.
Ah! Hi.
Good job. That was pretty good. You
Thank
just need to work on not just doing one thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, everyone is short.
You really scared me, but I'm glad you're really nice. So, thank you. Most of the fourth years are very scary, but because you're not giant, it's a little less
Not
scary.
as giant.
Because like Professor Ambrose is like 6'3". That's scary.
Yeah. He can be intimidating just from his looks. He's the biggest softie around.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And you see some more of the rowdy Illusion Guild people, like giant armfuls of first years, just like plopping them onto the ground, and then bapping their heads and counting them in front of Ambrose, who is manic with glee, basically. He's just going, oh, you did such a fine job. This is fantastic. You guys, first year did a fantastic job. I have many of you, I think, probably could skip second year because your illusions were high grade. You've got fine potential, and for fourth years, oh, I wouldn't even worry about your thesis. You could just show up and then probably hand you your diploma. You're doing fantastic. Second and third years, your sabotage was amazing. Made it absolutely entrancing to watch. And so, I didn't expect the game to be over so quickly. You can have a study hall for the rest of the day, or you can talk to me about your thesis if you don't have a thesis yet. And for all of those who lost in the game, don't worry. You're not a loser as a student. What you have done is something most mages can never dream of, let alone mages your age. You will go on to do great things, and I am proud in every way and every spell that you cast. I am happy to be your professor. All right, have a good day. And then he climbs up the wall and plops on top of one of the wardrobes, crosses his legs, and looks down and gives you a little toodaloo sound.
Mood.
Oh my god, all of the chat is like... I love Ambrose, holy fuck. Father, oh, this is my father. But yes,
It's my dad. Boogie woogie woogie.
Ambrose is a fantastic teacher in a much different way that Salem is a good teacher.
Yes. I am going to look at the first year that I have captured and been like, you want to help me practice my thesis? Get to see some real high-grade illusions if you're not too busy?
That'd be really cool, actually. I would really like that. If that's okay with you. Very much so.
Yes. So, I'm gonna go and practice my thesis and give first year some pointers and whatnot.
Alrighty. I love you and I hate you. Because
Because I grabbed a singular NPC and you're just like, now I have to
now I have to draw
What?
another goddamn NPC for next session.
What's their name?
I won't get too
I don't
attached
have
to
it!
them.
I don't have it because I wasn't
I'm
expecting
just
this.
hanging out with them. I'm not actually adopting a first year. Chill. I'm not that mean.
We all have that freshman we adopt.
I. Their name is Knuckles.
Fine.
Their name is Knuckles. I've decided it's Knuckles.
Pronouns?
Knuckles is they them.
I love them.
Love it.
Now I have to draw Knuckles because so many people like them. Fine.
That's what you get for giving them such a cute voice.
Oh no, chat's like the hedgehog? No! Sure, I will make him... not him. I will make them a echidna-based thing. Sure.
Echidna based gnome?
Yes, sure. Sure. Are you...
Echidna
If you
gnome.
had given me a big freshman, then I would have just straight up landed on their shoulders. But then you're just like, gnome, and I'm just like, well, now I feel bad if I do that because
He
I'd
likes
knock them over.
new character.
They are a gnome with an echidna-related mask. There we go. There. Congratulations, chat. You now have Sonic in this campaign canonically. I hate you all.
That kid won't grow up and create Sonic.
You all suck. Anyways, so you practice. Are you practicing in this room, or are you heading to another location to practice?
Well, this room has lots of nooks and crannies to practice illusions in, so probably just go down one of the halls and suddenly be in a giant empty field.
Alrighty, that works. Yeah, because a lot of the doorways go directly into illusions, and the mirrors themselves are to help with, you know, illusion casting on yourself. So that's awesome. You end up going and doing that. So we are moving on to, last but not least, Haldir. Haldir has a very cool class planned. Let me switch out the maps. The maps.
It's the map, it's the map, it's the map.
The map.
I can't believe
It's the
you guys.
map.
If I get copyright strike, I'm gonna kill you all. Anyways, you go into the Necromancy Classroom, and you see a familiar face of the Professor Zenny, who is happily taking care of what appears to be a cadaver. There are 5 cadavers on metal tables covered with white sheets in various corners of the room, as well as diagrams next to it. Oh.
I'm really, really stupid. What's a cadaver?
Dead body. It's a dead body. I just didn't want to say that.
Oh. Oh, okay.
It's a corpse. But-
corpse.
It's a corpse. Anyways,
Okay.
oh my god, chat is making Knuckles canonically trans, and I agree. Trans. Made canon right now. Now I have to draw Knuckles. I don't mind, though, because I already love Knuckles. God damn it. Ugh. Anyways, so you look around into the classroom, and you see these corpses that are covered with white sheets on metal tables with various labels on the metal table itself, as well as a parchment that is stuck up on the wall next to them, describing various symptoms or something like that. In the center of the room, there's like a large lecture hall-esque thing, but Azeni is not standing in the middle of the lecture portion of it. No, she's decided to take a seat amongst the audience and just watch as people file in, including you.
Oh?
Yup. What do you do?
I just kind of walk in. I notice that she's like sitting with the rest of the students. Just kind of go and sit in my own spot, in my own desk.
Awesome.
I don't know what she's doing.
She, oh god, I need to get out of a Scottish accent. The problem is like, the difference between Cockney and, like, Cockney British and Scottish is not super different. So I have to go to, like, proper to, alright, okay, I've got it. Welcome, class. Nope, immediately went to Scottish. God fucking damn it. Alright, welcome. Welcome, class. No, we're doing Scottish. Okay. I'm having a hard time with this voice, so I am going to make her proper-ish. I would like to say a little ditty. Wonderful. I'm having voice problems. Wonderful. I can't really say whether or not I'm going to be able to do things. I have got it! Congratulations! Alright. Welcome, class. We'll be doing some stuff today. I have a really cool game for us all to play because I like playing mystery games, and a lot of the other professors were discussing about maybe playing some games today, seeing as we have our wonderful, cool thesis presentation, the convocation ceremony coming up. Not convocation. Yeah, no, convocation. I'm sorry. My memory's... I've been up all night. Anyways, so, what we're doing today, which I think will be a little bit fun, it's like an investigation day, sort of thing today. In this room, there are 5 bodies, as you've probably noticed. Have you all noticed? Yes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. Thank you, class. One of these bodies is not dead. Figure out which one it is, and I will give you extra credit. But you're not allowed to talk to anybody about it. You have to figure it out independently. And if you don't figure it out independently, I will give you minus extra credit. Because I am mean. So very mean. Anyways, it just means test your ability to know a dead body from a not dead body. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple game. So, enjoy. And when you figured out, or at least you think you figured out which one is not a dead body, give me a piece of parchment with the name of the dead body, the not dead body, excuse me, and your name as well. And if you get it right, I will give you extra credit. If you don't get it right, you don't get anything, so it's no point against you. But if you cheat... spellcasting isn't cheating, by the way. It just means don't talk to anybody about it. Don't conversate or anything like that. I want silence. I will take away points. So yeah, wonderful. Enjoy. And you see students get up and immediately rush to the various people.
Oh my god.
On the tables. Some of them are very casual and being like, oh yeah, of course I can do this, but there are some first years in there that are very excited to see whether or not they can test their mettle against 4th years. So, yeah.
Oh god, I'm trying to think of what to do for this.
I mean, to give you a little bit of a hint on how to play this game, there are descriptions of the cadaver's symptoms or like what they're experiencing with decay next to them, which might be able to help you figure it out.
Okay, so basically, Haldir just walks over to like the closest body next to him and just reads what the symptoms are.
Oh god, I have to look at my list. Interesting. Wonderful. So the first one, a sheet still covering it, appears to have some sort of. It's described as a fungal infection. But when I say fungal infection, you can see that underneath the sheet there appears to be some lumps that you can recognize as the top of literal mushrooms.
Ah.
Yes. Some other symptoms are acidic spit or saliva, and pale and discolored fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to double check if this is true?
Yes.
Awesome. So, are you going to like check the face? What are you checking?
Checking the fingers.
Alrighty. Make an investigation roll.
I'm really stupid. What's an investigation roll?
It is a skill. So on the skills portion of your character sheet, there is a series of skills like stealth, deception, investigation is one of those. And if you are not proficient in that, you use the base stat of that. And I believe that is wisdom or intelligence.
It's intelligence.
Okay, cool. So roll your intelligence modifier then.
I'm trying. Wait. Okay. Before anybody yells at me, this is like my first time playing D&D.
Yeah.
What dice do I roll? Do I just roll a d20?
Yes, roll a d20. Sorry.
Okay.
Roll a d20 and then add the modifier for
Intelligence.
investigation.
Yeah. So
I'm not very good at this because I rolled a 7.
Okay. You look at the fingers. They look dead. They're definitely discolored. It's a different color than everything else. It's like a little greenish. Weird.
You can also say specifically what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because just saying I'm looking at the fingers.
The fingers.
I mean, he was looking at the tips of the fingers to see if there's discoloration. If they're green, what is the rest of the body's color like?
The rest of the body's color is like a teal, like a deep teal color. Because they are a deep teal. It's like a greenish blue. It's like navy, but with like a hint of green, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And the green on the tips, are they just like more green, or is it like a lighter shade, darker shade?
It's a much lighter shade.
Oh yeah, that's dead.
Okay. So that is body number 2. You have decreed that it is dead.
Yeah.
Are you going to body number 1 or body number 3?
Dead.
That boy is dead.
Body number 3.
Body number 3. All right, body number 3. The descriptions are lack of complexion, stiffness, and lack of breathing. There's also milky white eyes. The lack of breathing was a joke, I'd like to clarify.
I was about to say, oh, I know. Sorry, I have a dog in here. Can check the eyes, like see
You can?
if they are milky white, and if it's like, yeah.
Yes. You pull back the sheet, and you like very gently pull open the eyes, and you see indeed the eyes are bright, bright milky white.
Ooh. Okay. Shit, how do you check stiffness of bodies? Can I just poke it?
Stiffness usually means like the movement of joints and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can he like try to move an arm?
You can. Make another investigation roll.
Okay.
Oh, and chat, because a lot of you here did not hear my original spiel, chat can affect rolls in the game. If you donate $5, you give inspiration to any character, including enemy NPCs. If you give $10, you can give a +2 or -2 to any character, including any enemy NPCs. And lastly, if you donate $15, you give advantage to any character, including enemy NPCs. So, yeah, I just figured I haven't said that in a hot minute. And there are a lot of people here who did not hear my original spiel. So anyways, Oliver.
18.
18. All right. They're definitely stiff, but they're a little less stiff than what you would expect from a dead body.
Okay, so obviously this was a joke you made, but can we actually check if it's not breathing? Like
Yeah.
the pulse more so?
100%. You're going to press your fingers against the neck of the Aasimar, which is the race of this character. And you are going to listen. And there's nothing. No breathing, no heartbeat, nothing.
Hmm. So we're gonna walk away from this body and come back later, just because I don't know what would be the next course of action with it.
Alrighty. So you
Because
go
it's kind of
to...
hard to argue with that.
That's fair. You go to body number 4. Oh
Body
god!
number 4.
One of the suggestions is stab all of them.
No.
God!
I was trying to see if I had any spells that I could do, but the most I have for spells is just like rising, literally bringing the dead back to life.
I mean, you could do that and see if one of them doesn't come back.
Because they weren't really gone.
Yeah.
Oh
That's-
wait, could I do that actually?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so
And the room full of people to see which ones come back to life.
oh shit. Shut up. God damn it. Fuck. Now I'm just gonna go to the next one then and check the body.
All right. So you check the body. Body number 4 appears to be having severe frostbite of some sort.
Okay.
They are a Goliath, so they're like most of their calves jut off of the large metal table, and their skin is already gray because they're a Goliath. So the frostbite shows up as very dark black in comparison, which you can already see based off of the hand that's slightly hanging off, seeing as Goliaths are huge. But if you look at the series of symptoms, it goes frostbite, decayed ear. I don't know why I started with an N. And missing toes. Wow.
Is it actually missing toes?
Are you gonna check?
Gone.
Are you gonna pull
Whoa.
those concrete grippers out?
Yes.
Oh yes. Chat suggested maybe casting detect magic if you have that.
Yes.
But
Wait, do I have...
first, you're gonna check out them dogs.
Yeah.
So you pull the sheet
Oh,
back,
no.
look at the little toesies, and in fact, they are missing 3 out of 10.
Okay.
They are indeed missing toes.
Okay. Can I cast detect magic then?
You can.
Cool.
What are you looking for exactly? Because this is a room full of mages.
Yeah.
It's everything
Seeing-
here is magic.
Fuck.
Illusion magic.
Yes. Illusion magic. Thank you.
Illusion magic?
Yes.
You do not detect any illusion magic in this room.
Okay. Okay.
You only detect necromancy.
Wait. Is there any way to detect a specific spell?
I believe so. What's the description for detect magic, if you don't mind me asking? Oh god. Sorry, chat is saying, when is Lemon gonna draw this for the campaign? Talking about concrete grippers. No, no. I'm not drawing toes. It's not happening.
To be fair, you only have to draw 7.
Ew. No. Nasty. Blech.
I'm trying to see the description of detect magic because I don't know where to find that.
You just look that up. I can look that up, actually.
Okay, because I'm very, very dumb.
Okay. It says, for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn of its school of magic, if any, which is what guild it's in. Unfortunately,
Okay.
you can't detect certain spells, but you can locate where certain magical things are coming from.
Ooh. Yeah, focus to see which body has the glow of necromancy around it.
Yeah.
You do so. I am going to have you roll something. Let's go with perception, because it's not exactly investigation, it's more of like trying to notice which one of them, because it did say a faint glow. And the room is pretty damn big.
Perception. Okay, so I rolled a 19. Perception's wisdom, right?
What? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. 19 is a great roll. You can tell it was body number 3. That has a faint aura of necromancy on it, while the other ones do not.
Okay, so body number 3. Which one was body number 3?
Body number 3 was the one with the milky white eyes. Who was like very pale, wasn't breathing, etc. Yeah.
So can I go back to body number 3 then?
Yes, you can. It's not breathing still.
Shit. Shit. What were the other symptoms of the thing with it?
It was milky white eyes. No breathing, obviously. Oh god, what was the other things? It was milky white eyes. No breathing.
Stiff joints.
Stiff joints, that's what it was. Thank you. I'm trying to find my notes on this, but it is a 16-page document.
Nerd.
But yeah. Glowing white eyes, pale skin, and not needing to breathe. Obviously.
Not needing to breathe.
So, yeah, no breathing. I love that chat's theorizing right now. I'm peeking in the chat. Peeking in the chat. Peeking in the chat.
Right. Is there a way to look into, because Emerald had sent this in there, for the Feign death spell?
You can, because you have cast it before. It is within your realm of casting. So I would say make an investigation roll and see if this has the symptoms of Feign death, but not actual death, which is very, very minute. So you're going to have to roll a little bit high on this one.
Believe in you.
If anyone would like to donate and give Oliver a bonus, that is totally cool. If not,
I don't need a bonus.
we're crossing out. What'd you get?
A nat 20.
Oh, nobody donated.
Oh,
Nat 20. This is the Feign Death spell. Not only is it the Feign Death spell, but the person on the table is an Aasimar, and Aasimars don't need to breathe.
Oh.
So, the paleness and all that detection stuff, that you were doing. Feign Death basically means that in any and all spells, they cannot detect whether or not you are alive, and you appear death in literally every way. And as an Asmar, you don't need to breathe, so they just stopped breathing. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
You have solved the mystery of the campaign. Campaign over! Yay!
Aren't I supposed to tell the teacher?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just like walk over to the teacher and just kind of be like, hey, and just like tugging at her arm? Like, I found the body.
Hi.
It's number 3.
You're not. You're supposed to write it on a piece of parchment and give it to me. You're not supposed to. Well, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. That's okay. I'll mark you down. Good job. You did a good job. You did a very good job. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You did a fantastic job. Not a lot of people are getting this one right. So, really happy for you. I'll give you extra credit. Because not only did you identify it, but you're actually the first one to figure it out. Good job. I'm proud of you, man. You did a good job.
Out of character, but I'm like wheezing because I forgot the beginning of the game.
But yeah, she marks you down as as getting the extra credit, and the class is over for you. While a lot of other people are still walking around, musing, discussing. First years.
I thought they weren't supposed to talk to each other.
They're not, which means that she's marking a few people down, being like,
no speaking in my class.
I want absolute silence. But yeah, class is over for you. Awesome.
Neat.
Where do you head?
Can we just switch to the library?
Absolutely, you can. You head to the library, meeting up with, I believe, everyone. No, except for Noctis. Not Noctis, sorry. Noctura. Sorry, one of our friends has a cat named Noctis.
Why am I the little gremlin?
I'm sorry. But yes, everyone else meets up.
Scratches people for no reason.
Everyone else meets up in the library. And what are y'all doing in the library? The theoretics professor has basically told you. Oh, sorry. Before we do anything, it's hydrating time.
I've drinking multiple times in between hydrates because I'm actually dehydrated.
Yeah, I'm actually dehydrated too, so thank you, Sushi.
When it's not every 10 minutes, it does actually help.
Oh, it's very nice. oh, delicious. Wow. Does everybody hydrate?
Add some ice to mine.
What?
Location.
Mom. I'm also going to have a little fruit snack. Yum, 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 yum. Because I am a little fruit snack.
You are such a snack.
Fruity.
How dare you?
You are a snack to me. You're just fruity.
I can't believe this.
Wait, I have a proposal.
Yes, everyone in chat has to hydrate too. That is a
Yes.
fantastic suggestion. Everyone hydrate, including chat. Get on it.
Sushi, you caused this. Don't say never.
Yeah, Sushi, you're the one who's using the
You did this.
hydration thing.
Next time I have to go to the bathroom, it's because of you.
Alright. So all of y'all, except for Noctura, are in the library. The theoretics professor is talking with a few people, but the day is sort of winding down because evening classes are coming in. Dinner is starting up. This may have seemed brief to you as players, but it has been many hours. Dinner is starting up, but most people are turning in for the day because lunch is pretty late in comparison. It's like afternoon, so a lot of people skip dinner. But that's up to you guys. whether or not you want to stop by, or not. But during the time that you are in the library, amongst one another, besides Noctura, what are y'all doing?
I should have gone to the library.
Yes, you should have.
Ambrosia probably got bored of reading for so long
Mhm,
and just started kind of looking around. Like, not quite paying attention to the other class, but anytime somebody kind of gave her a funny look for being in weird classes, she kind of just gave them a bitchy look.
Most people aren't giving her that look because a lot of people are in there from study hall because a lot of classes are ending early, seeing as there's only 4 days left of school. But a few of them, specifically one apprentice bitch, did show up into the library to pick up some books for Professor Salem, and did indeed give you a very bitchy look.
I'm flipping her off again.
She goes, "Oh!"
Like, I go to flip a page, and it's just middle finger.
She fluffs up immediately and goes, "Oh, and she looks over to someone else and she kind of like whispers to them, being like, I just don't understand why she's even in abjuration. Because she doesn't even do like half of the classes anyways. She just comes in and says, oh, you know, I'm this specific subclass. I'm not going to do any of this specific stuff. I'm in another guild. I'm in evocation. God.
With my perception, I could probably hear her, right?
Oh yeah, she's being very loud about it.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna look at her and be like, "Are you good? You got a problem?"
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Then maybe you should keep my name out of your mouth.
I didn't say your name.
Just because you're an apprentice doesn't mean you're hot shit. Go on to your little roost. There you go. I'm sure Mr. Salem, Professor Salem needs those books, right? You wouldn't want to be late.
You're the worst.
So are you. Oh my god. I talked back.
She picks up a series of textbooks from welcome back, Slime. But she picks up a series of textbooks. You see Professor Thymus log those into his specific cool logbook that he has to the side, making sure that he has her name as well as the time that it was put out, etc. And it's stamped to her, released to her, and she keeps her beak pointed upwards, all snooty-like, refusing to make eye contact with you as she storms out of the library.
When I see her like beak go up, I just put like a little like hand to mimic a beak and just tilt my face straight up.
Oh my god!
Ambrosia gives no fucks.
Do you happen to have Vicious Mockery on your spell list?
I might.
Because if you do, I will.
No, that's not part of mine.
I will still allow you to roll a d20 real fast.
Don't talk shit. Talk shit, get bit. That is literally the definition of Ambrosia.
Oh my god.
Especially, like, she wasn't gonna say anything until she opened her mouth. That's an 18.
18! Roll a d4 if you have it.
Cool.
Everybody, d4s in the chat. D4s in the chat.
D4s. That's a 3.
That's a 3. She takes 3 points of damage to her pride.
Dirty little bitch.
And she leaves all fluffed up and angry. Not happy about the situation. But yes, coolio. And the day sort of winds down. You hear the gong-like bell that resonates through the entire building as it gets later. And it hits about 8 o'clock, which is time for people to sneak a late dinner. Where are y'all going?
I'm gonna go get food before going back to the library.
Food. Alrighty. Haldir, where are you going?
I might have Haldir just stay in the library because I don't think I had him finish his food earlier, so he still has all the like puffs just like in his satchel,
Fair.
just snacking on them throughout the day.
And what about Ambrosia?
Yeah, she's gonna go down and see what the hall has, see if it's any different.
I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now, it's the same.
Oh yeah, then the second she sees that, she just kind of wonders. She likes to go for late night walks, so.
Does she now? How
Mhm.
late we talking?
Well, not super late to where it like affects her sleep schedule, but probably like an hour-long walk,
Okay, let me check my timetable.
maybe.
Okay, so it is 8 o'clock now. So 9 o'clock would be around the time
Like
that you
half
head
an
back
hour
up
to
to
an
your room.
hour.
Okay, I'm looking at my timetable. This is important. Okay,
Oh god.
awesome! And lastly, where is Zeelbend going?
I'm gonna go get some food and then hang out on the stairs for as long as possible.
Okay, the stairs, you say?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
They're
Oh
twirly.
god.
How long approximately would you hang out on the stairs? So like what time would you head up to your dorm?
Um, that depends, because what they like to do on the stairs, they take like sticky notes, make little patterns up and down the walls on the railings and stuff.
That's really cool.
Probably like 11.
Oh, sorry. We have a donation.
Sushi90
Oh,
gave
shit.
$5 for a doodle. The snail is close. You best get a move on or face the consequences. So get a move on, smiley face. Also, I'd like a +1 on whatever demon or monster Lemon has planned for
Silence.
y'all.
Oh no.
Oh,
Have we been cursed?
Oh
it was a
god.
$5 donation, but instead of a inspiration, they gave a +1 to whatever enemy you guys face next
Oh
on their
god.
first roll.
Who?
No.
That was sushi.
Of course,
Sushi.
it's
So,
fucking sushi.
let me write that down. +1 to
Sushi.
How dare
next
you?
enemy.
You cheeky little bastard.
Also, there was an entire ramble about the snail coming after us. But anyways, so Haldir
Sushi is a snail.
goes. Okay, so I need to write this down real fast because all of these are important, and I can't tell you why. So I know that Noctura is staying in the library.
Oh god damn it. Hydrate.
Oh, hydrate. Yum 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 yum. Why, thank you.
I'm almost out of water again.
Noctura.
Water.
The stairs.
More water.
Sorry, Bear, when did you say it was around the time that they would turn in from the stairs?
Like 11:30ish.
11:30. Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Just keep saying times and whatever Len is most like, oh, really? Just be like, yes, that time. That is the one.
Interesting. So you would turn in, it would take you about this long to get there. So you would get there at this time. I'm sorry, I'm calculating real fast. Sorry, excuse me. Gonna take you about 15 dorm. So rave time. Haldir. Haldir. When did you say you were going to turn in? You said that you were going to grab. You already had food from the dining hall, so you didn't need to stop by. So what time are you going to bed, approximately? If you are going to bed.
Should you act as if he sleeps?
What time are you going to go to your dorm? Correction.
Like 11:30 to midnight.
11:30 to midnight. Interesting. To midnight. I'm going to round that as 11:45 because exact times are very important.
Yeah, 11:45. That'd be good.
11:45.
sweet Jesus.
And where are you staying until you turn in for the night?
Basically in the library the whole time.
In the library.
He's working on his stuff.
In from library. Wonderful. And we have Zeelbend. And lastly, we have the evening walk that you said Ambrosia was going to turn in at around 9:30 to 10, right?
Yes.
9:30 to 10? Ambrosia.
Yeah.
So I'm going to round that to 9:45, because, again, exact times are very important. Turns in to dorm. Wonderful! Yay! Alright, so now, you can tell a little bit about how your evening went. Tell me a little bit about how your evening went. What you did. What you did on your walk, what you did at the library, because many of you are sticking at the library or staying for a little bit in the library. Give me a little bit of a rundown of what you do.
I go to dinner and I get my stuff, and as I am going back to the library, I see a bear on the stairs and probably talk with them for a little bit before actually continuing to the library. And then I am in my little study corner, finding new books and chuckling to myself at the what was the book called again?
Oh, are you talking about 101 bird puns to make people have pain? Was that what it was? Oh, shoot.
Yes.
Let me pull up that because I have that written down. That is an important piece of info. I made that a piece of information that's like weirdly important because I thought it would be funny. Okay.
Yeah. I had written it down, but I had just written 101 bird puns to torture your friends with. What's its actual name?
I believe it is that to torture your friends with. Yes. Yep. Just confirmed it. 101
Why would
bird
someone make
puns.
that?
Because they're all dad jokes.
So that's a D4 damage.
Yeah.
If you say any of those. Because I hate puns and dad jokes.
Wonderful. Awesome. Okay. So, you guys talk on the stairs, and then Noctura heads up to the library to spend the rest of the evening. Ambrosia eats some dinner, and heads out to have a evening stroll throughout the school. Where do you take your stroll?
Okay. So
I actually-
there, like,
Before this, I'm going to show you a full map of the school so that you know the locations.
okay.
So there is
I
the
was just
Grand
Go,
Hall, and then there are the two towers, and then there are the dorms, which are not pictured in the map. They are directly behind the Grand Hall to make it a 4-point different school. Like 4-point star-shaped, kind of.
Mm.
So, yeah. Choose your path.
Would any of the rooms have, like, a garden of sorts?
I mean, Abjuration is full of plants.
Yeah, she's gonna go there.
Okay.
And she just kind of, like, spends entirely silent, like, not saying anything.
Do you
Just
want
kinda like-
to stealth in there?
She don't care if people sees her.
Okay. Interesting. So, Abjuration. Interesting.
So she said, I require violence.
Oh god. 11, I require violence. There will be a little interesting thing coming up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I just remembered something.
What?
When I pass Bear on the stairs, I'm going to say, "Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?"
No, god damn it! Go ahead and explain. Go ahead and explain how you do this.
I reach into my neck and I pull out an egg and say, "Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?"
What the fuck?
Why?
Go ahead. You do so.
Yes. You are used to this, Bear.
I'm going to gladly take it and say thank you so much, man.
It is an ostrich-sized egg, I would like to point out.
I am going to be carrying it with me for the rest of the night.
It requires both arms because you are
Yep.
small.
Exactly.
It is very shiny though. It's got like almost like a stained glass shimmeriness, so it almost looks like stained glass or pearl from the outside.
I'm gonna put a sticky note face on it.
This is not the first time you've been handed an egg,
Egg,
nor will it be the last.
egg. Oh my god.
Egg.
Eggy.
So Ambrosia, you go to the abjuration room. You hang out for a while there. Where do you go after the abjuration room, and what time do you leave?
9:30. Then just kind of wander the halls
Interesting.
aimlessly. Like,
So what time
and
do
down
you
the
show
stairs.
up at abjuration? Because that's also an important question.
Probably showed up around because she did stop to get like a snack. She probably did grab like one of the little void things, just one. Kind of munched on it on the way up.
Mhm.
So probably around 9:15. No, not 9:15.
It takes about half an hour to get to class from the dining hall. If
Okay,
that helps.
so probably around 9:30. Stayed in there for about 15 minutes.
Okay. So technically, since you said that you would leave abjuration at 9:30, since it takes about 30 minutes to get there, and you're spending 15 minutes there, that's 45 minutes. So you go at 8:45. Calculations. You leave at
Yes.
9:30, and do you go straight to your dorm?
Kinda takes the longer route. She figured like a lot of people are probably immediately in their dorms or immediately the libraries, so she's just kind of enjoying the quiet silence
Okay.
of damn
Um,
week, essentially.
So that takes you about 30-ish more minutes to get there, but if you're going slower, that would be 45, which would put you at 10:15 at night to return to your dorm. That sound about
Yeah,
right?
that's
Drink.
yeah.
Oh, we got hydrate.
Yeah.
Chatterbox. Why?
Okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. I believe we've got everything, which means I can tell you everything that you see and hear over the span of the evening,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be a time. All right,
Oh,
so
great. So note-taking time?
it is note-taking time.
Ah.
This is stuff that will be important.
Cool.
Ha-da-da. All right, so I'm guessing, what time does Ambrosia stop by in the dining hall? Actually, that's also important.
Probably gets there. You said class got out around
8.
8.
Yeah.
Where's the library again?
The library is up a flight of stairs, so it would take you about 30 minutes to go to the dining hall.
So she probably get there around 8:30.
8:30?
Roughly. Yeah, because then she'd leave. She'd been like 15 minutes munching on
Okay.
one
So you do
One
not
freaking void puff.
Interesting. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Awesome. Awesome.
people
Awesome.
watching.
Awesome. 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 So.
I was about to say, if you say it one more time.
Awesome. 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 The first thing that I'm going to tell you all that you see, or specifically Ambrosia sees, is Professor or Headmaster Limbleton, which I will show you what he looks like because I love his design. Headmaster Limbleton. He turns in from the dining hall and announces to everyone very loudly, as he does daily in the most glorified, ridiculous way possible. And he goes, I will be turning in for the evening. Please do not burn down my school while I am asleep. All right? Happy convocation ceremony. 4 days from now, I suppose it's about 3 days from now, actually, but I will be turning in from the evening. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Please do not cause too much chaos. All right, good night. And then he turns in for the night, turning around, and going up to his dorm. All right, 9:45. Wonderful. So people are in the classroom over there. 8:45. So you don't see that. Wonderful. But you see that, and you see that. Wonderful. So, Zeelbend at 9:30 of being on the stairs sees quite a few teachers. Not 9:30, excuse me. No, it's about 9:30, yeah. Sees quite a few teachers, specifically Professor Aquam and Professor Ineus, walking to the other tower. Not noticing... let me roll, actually. Ooh, one of them notices Zeelbend, and that would be Professor Ineus, who is a very small goblin, and kind of glances over and gives a little noise of just... And Professor Aquam doesn't seem too invested, very straightforward as to where she's going, which is the evocation professor. They head up to the other tower for indiscriminate reasons. Okay, so you're at 11:30. Interesting. So 10 happens at 10. Ooh! Ooh, interesting. Oh, so you don't see like too much. Ambrosia, you are kind of like spending the evening a little bit hanging around in the Abjuration Classroom, which one of the apprentices, specifically the one that doesn't like you, is like, you just miss her by like a couple of hours. She seems to have left like about a little over 2 hours before you show up in the classroom, and you can tell that by how freshly tended everything is, especially in the back, which is the healing ward. Professor Salem is still there, though, and he is back in the healing ward, and he doesn't seem to notice you, and he's grumbling a little bit, not in like a grumpy way, but in a nervous way. I'd like you to do a perception check.
Cool. Okay. What if my teacher's evil? We throwing hands. Cool. Mother. Fucker.
What?
It's gonna hurt like a butt cheek on a stick to say out loud.
What'd you get?
You said check, right?
Yes.
Not my passive perception.
Correct.
That's a 10.
Oh, that's not that
I
bad.
rolled a
That actually
4.
passes because he doesn't realize
Fuck
that
yeah.
anybody else is there, so he's talking out loud to himself, and he's sounding very nervous about how he feels like he's underdressed. and that he wished he could have been able to, quote unquote, clean up before he was seen. That's all you get, though.
That-
With a 10, that's all you get.
Murder someone?
Hey, but he doesn't know I'm here.
No, he doesn't.
So
Um,
who is he being seen? What?
That's all you get. That's all you get. But he seems very invested in his busy work, and he seems very anxious and hurried, trying to get through his paperwork as fast as possible, which is not something he normally does. Normally, he's very slow and meticulous. Interesting. Fascinating. All right. And we go to... We go to...
Sushi.
Hello. We go to 11:45. Oh no. 11:45. Turn over memory. Takes a little bit of time. So this is Haldir. So Haldir, as you are exiting the library and heading to bed, you notice Professor Salem, who is also stepping out of his classroom much earlier than he normally does. He stays very late, grading and stuff, and he is rushing down the stairs as fast as possible. I'd like you to make a perception check.
Perception check? Okay.
Yes.
Only... Not bad dice.
What'd you get?
Hold on. A 10.
Ugh. Y'all suck.
I know.
Just
Okay.
Wait till it's my turn to see things.
So I am not going to give you the cool bit of information that I was hoping you were getting at, but I will give you his actions don't appear to be nervous in a way that he's scared. He's nervous in a way that he's excited.
Oh.
That's it. He
That
rushes.
would have been worse.
He rushes down the stairs and heads towards the dorms.
Would I be allowed to break into his classroom?
Unfortunately, I mean, you could try. Have you tried breaking into a classroom before? I would like to preface.
Wait, the character or me as myself?
The character. Why would I want to know whether or not you've tried to break into a classroom?
The answer for both is yes, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So since you've tried doing that before, you know that, number one, all of the locks in this place are magically enhanced because it's a magic school. And number two, all of the locks can only be accessed by a set of keys that are either for professors or apprentices. And unfortunately, you are neither. You have tried stealing a pair before, but they are very difficult to steal, and professors are usually very close on holding those. So, you can try, but it would not work.
Yeah, he's just gonna go to bed. Well, I'd go to bed, but go back to his dorm.
Alrighty. And you go to bed. Alright, so we go to late night stares. So, Zeelbend has watched 2 different teachers at around... Zeelbend watched Professor Aquam and Professor Ineus at around 10:15 at the stairs. Then, at around, I think the same time, actually. No, 10:45. Witzbolt, Professor Witzbolt, the performance teacher, passes by looking I won't say looking. I'll make you do a perception check for that. Holding
Drink.
3
Mm.
books under his left arm. I would like you to do a perception check, please, and I will show off. Professor.
Drink.
Sushi, I thought you went to bed, you
Okay.
heathen.
Which die
Oh.
should I use? Crap.
That would be a D20 for a perception check. Everybody, hydrate.
I did it like a minute ago.
I'm trying to see which dice I lost today.
Mum.
Okay, that's a 12.
12's good enough.
Cool.
Mamma mia.
Because this character shows their emotions pretty obviously on their face, because Professor Witzbolt is a performance major and has very exaggerated emotions and is not thinking about hiding it right now because he does not see you. He looks a mixture of guilty and fucking furious.
Oh god.
He is moving very slowly, but with a particular purpose of just knowing exactly where he's going, and he is going to do something when he is there.
Ooh.
So yeah, and then
Can I follow him?
you can try. I roll a stealth check to see if you can follow him.
From not like directly behind, but from like a little bit over ways.
Here's the thing. Okay, so here's where the real difficulty lies, is that when you follow a professor, in this case, because all of the it's past curfew time, which is at about 10 o'clock. So
Mhm.
all of the classrooms are locked up. So he would unlock them, step through, and then lock them again. So it would be very difficult for you to slip through, like, several doors to get wherever he's going.
Okay.
It would be... You can make a stealth roll, but it's going to be very difficult. And also, you might be locked in a classroom for the rest of the evening if you fail. If you succeed high enough to get through, like, the first door, but fail enough to not get through the second, you're going to be locked in a classroom. It's up to you.
Yeah, I want to try for that stealth roll.
All right, go ahead, roll.
What's my dex again?
You're not a rogue anymore.
I know! I'm used to like +9. Oh god. Okay, well that's a 6.
Ooh! You don't even make it through the first door.
Okay, do I note which door he went through though?
Yes, he went into the top of the stairs at the Abjuration Classroom, which is the entrance for the other tower. You have to go through other classrooms to get to, like, other levels, because there's spiral stairs kind of looping around all of the other ones. This set of stairs is the main one that enters the other tower. So you know he went into the other tower, but you don't know which of the 6 different classrooms he went into.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And I'm guessing you turn in after that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you return at around 15 minutes past midnight. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mwahaha. 15 minutes past midnight, so we're gonna go. Okay. Everyone except for Noctura, please make a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Moment, I had to grab my charger from the living room.
Why not me?
You're asleep.
What are you talking about? My character will be awake until like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
You said
well,
perception check?
Yes, perception check.
I got an unnatural 20.
Okay. So I'll just
natural. Okay.
I'll just say it because we've got good shit. Zeelbend, you recognize that dear God, at 2:15 in the goddamn morning, you hear footsteps and rather loud discussion happening outside of your room headed upwards. And you are on some of the top floors, so you know that they have to be professors of some sort. Because the professor's dorms are above yours, like just above. And
Can I
then
go try to see what they're saying?
you can like peek out. I would do stealth to see if you can kind of like no, actually, if you're gonna just listen in and just press your ear to the door, you don't need to roll stealth. Are you gonna
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Okay, so you recognize 3 different voices. Professor Aquam, Professor Ewix, and Professor Theory. Professor Ewix is one of your teachers. Professor Theory is a teacher that you've met before because they are the prophecy professor and is therefore the teacher of Noctura. Professor Aquam is the evocation professor, which you know because she is loud. And whenever they talk about stuff, whoa, oh god, we got sushi donated. It was just a long warning of saying you're not free for me. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Oh,
Another
and it's
+1.
It's another +1 to the monster. So we got a
God.
+2 for the first roll of the monster.
So, Lemon,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this affects anything you're saying.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 19 plus 6.
Whoa! Alright.
Because you said perception, right?
Yes, so you hear all of this in crystal clarity. And you definitely recognize Professor Aquam because that is your professor.
That is my name.
Yes. And you hear the discussion, and Professor Aquam is like, "Oh my god! Oh my god, you all are giving me the biggest headache right now. Please, I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed." And you hear Professor Ewix go, "You know, I was once a very talented wizard, I would like to say. I was a fantastic wizard when I was younger, and I was very, very good at giving specific instructions to people. I'm very good at that." And you hear Professor Theory just go, "Ewix, you really should go to bed."
So our professors were out drinking, is what I'm hearing.
You hear the bootsteps go upwards, and that is it. Now at time. Oh no. Everyone roll a perception.
God, where'd my D20 go? Oh no.
Me
Okay, I
included?
got 4.
Yes.
Yes, I get to do something.
I've
Yes, you get to
lost-
do something.
I have lost the good D20 that's been giving me decent rolls.
I got a nat 20.
Nat
Okay.
20? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no.
Ooh.
It's a 9 plus 6.
You got a nat 20. So, here's the thing. You, Haldir, would you have any reason to memorize the footsteps of people?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You recognize a pair of footsteps going past your room and upwards into the professor's dorm, and you recognize it as specifically the performance professor, Professor Witzbold, going upwards and into his room. And that is at 3:12. 3 minutes later, that noise is completely overtaken by a screaming match directly above all of your dorms between
Oh, shit.
2 familiar voices. Since one of you got a nat 20, what did everybody else get?
16.
16.
4.
Oh, 4. You hear screaming and you immediately go, no. And you cover your ears because you're like, it's 3:15 in the morning. I really want some sleep. You can't really understand much of the words because you are sleep deprived, and brain goes muddle. As for the 16, as well as the 20, you recognize the two voices. At least, you recognize one of them. Ambrosia, you definitely recognize one of them because it is Professor Salem. The Nat 20 determines that it is Professor Salem and Professor Lithius who are having a screaming match about how Professor Salem deserves more than this. There's literal crashing happening. Things are breaking, splintering wood, and then a couple minutes later, a heavy stomp of the boots above you, doors slam, and there is silence. Simultaneously!
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Didn't catch the name of the person who was talking with Salem. Well, screaming with Salem.
You did not catch the name. Because
Okay, cool.
all of the professors go by their last names as professors, and Salem used his first name. So, you didn't recognize that, but Haldir, you recognized it simply because of the voice.
Mhm.
Yes. And lastly, at 3:20, Noctura, you hear someone. Oh, no, I forgot. I forgot a very important thing. Oh, God. Oh, we got a donation.
Sushi90 gave $20 for a
Whoa.
doodle. Lemon, the gift subs aren't working, so this instead.
Oh,
One last +1 for the monster. And how about some advantage
Can't
for
read
Noctura?
it.
Whom I'm told is also known as Emerald.
Ooh, okay. So Sushi is screwing you guys over, but also helping you. So, Noctura, your next perception roll gets advantage.
it is good to be friends with the Chaos God.
We also have a +3 to the next monster now, by the way.
Seriously?
That's fair.
But yes.
That's a fair trade.
So the library. There's one last person in the library for a long time, which is this very, very little forest gnome. And I mean little as in, like, he's a little over 1 feet tall. He's teeny tiny. All of his clothes are very, very large, and he is carrying a boatload of books. He checks in 3 books and checks out 3 books. Actually, no, I think it was 2. He checks in 2 books and checks out 2 books. There we go. Has a small discussion with Professor Thymus.
This
Gets
is all at 3:20.
this was at 2:45. Sorry, I forgot about that. You also see at 2:50, Professor Cleric arrives in the library and returns 2 books. At 2:50 as well, this little forest gnome guy leaves. And at 3 o'clock sharp, the lights go out. And you are left in darkness. That's it? Left in darkness. What do you do now that you are left in darkness?
Well, I don't need to see.
Perfect. And so I would like you to make an insight check. You get advantage on this because of Sushi.
Wait, what? I was reading chat for a sec, sorry.
You make an insight check and you have advantage because of Sushi.
Okay. I was creating notes. Or at least trying to. Insight, you said?
Yes.
I got a 17
With advantage?
with my plus. Oh, with advantage. Oh,
Yeah,
let
you
me
got
roll
advantage.
again. Now I get a 20, not natural.
Oh, okay. See, you would not have been able to notice this without the advantage because it is very, very subtle. But, at 3:20, you hear, in the darkness, a slight sound of keys. It only lasts for about a minute before it's gone again. But with your incredible Owlin hearing, you hear that noise and immediately perk up, confused as to why there's anybody in the library and why they didn't turn the lights on. But it passes, and the night goes fairly peaceful after that. Yay!
Yeah.
And we are going to wrap
Time
this
to
up.
point out that it's hydrate.
Oh, hydrate time. This stream is almost at its close. We have a little bit more of introducing the consequences of what happened last night, this morning. So, how and when do your characters wake up?
My character never
Yes.
went to bed.
Oh! Lovely. So what time do you leave your dorm, Haldir?
Around like 6 or 7 a.m. Just because he wants to go see if they have any caffeine.
Awesome. Lovely. Alright.
I am asleep unless I am woken up, because I will not be waking up until later, but I assume you're wanting us to be awake.
Okay. Alright, Ambrosia.
Probably around 7:45 to 8 o'clock.
45.
Time zone is when she'd leave her dorm to go
Okay.
get something from the dining hall.
Interesting. And Zeelbend.
Probably wake up around like 6, leave the dorm to go wander the halls, and leave more sticky notes.
Awesome. Okay, so, Haldir and Zeelbend both leave their dorms relatively early. Early enough to notice a few professors also waking up and heading down, including Professor Theory, the librarian, and Professor Ewix, who you can hear shuffling a little bit upstairs and knocking on somebody's door. And I'm gonna skip over a few things because you can't hear any of that. For everyone, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the timetable. Sorry.
You take your time with that, cause happy birthday, Sushi.
Oh, happy birthday, Sushi.
If that is the person, I just realized it's my birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, Sushi.
Dang, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Alrighty. At 8 o'clock sharp, sound resounds through the entire school. And, I won't say exactly what everybody who woke up before 8 o'clock saw until afterwards. Sound resounds throughout the entire school, and you hear Professor Limbleton, who is doing some sort of a spell to amplify his voice to the entire school, which only happens during announcements, which are usually midday at the beginning of lunch. And you hear, "Whoever decided to prank the school, if I find any of you responsible for this atrocity..." Oh, wait, I should change the NPCs. "If I find any of you responsible for this atrocity, you will be exiled from all of Iria, and you will never go to a magic school again. Also, we have some new pastries in the cafeteria. They're very tasty. They're very good. But you can't really eat them when you're in the dark." And as a bit of a reveal, everyone who woke up at before 8 o'clock and headed down, when you entered the grand hall, it was pitch dark. And the only thing, people were like slowly casting dancing lights to light it up, but the light source of the Grand Hall, the Scroll of Oracles, the final portion of your graduation that without you cannot graduate, is gone.
My thesis!
And that's the
Haldir
end of the
just
session.
straight up starts crying.
Yep.
That's my thesis!
And that's the end of the session today.
Motherfuckers.
Ah,
What
Thank-
the hell?
Thank you guys for coming out for the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. And I am going to be saving this +3 to a bad guy for next session. Oh,
Money's on Salem. Salem was talking to because that's sus as fuck.
but yes. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you for being a part of the session. And
Do not collect 200 banishment.
but yes, everyone have a wonderful
This
evening.
is a very rude awakening after maybe 4 hours of sleep.
Yep, yes it is. For everyone who doesn't know, this is not a scheduled stream, so we are going to figure out and let you know as soon as possible when this stream is next going to be up. I'm hopefully going to give
Because
you
I have
a week's head week notice.
job.
A
Cry.
lot of people have a job in here.
yeah.
I think actually no, 2 people have a job, and then there's me, who technically I have a job, but like, boo.
Same.
I work
Your
from
job
home.
is streaming. You
My-
just did your job.
Yep, I did my job. But
I
yes,
wish.
have a wonderful evening, everybody, and we will see you next time on Limbleton Academy.